In this video, I'm going to cover the wrap command option that was added to WK in version 0.2.0. I'm going to cover how to use it, and as well as why you might want to use it. So let's go ahead and take a look here. In the changelog as well as the README, we can see we've got a couple of ways to specify a wrap command. We can give it through the command line argument, the preprocessor macro, or as a flag to an individual key chord. So going back to our previous example, we're going to clear this out, and let's just use a preprocessor macro. We'll say wrap command, and for this example, we'll just say echo. So we're going to wrap every key chord command in an echo, and we'll just do a test here, and Firefox. And if we run this, then we get a Firefox. That's great. So what's basically happening here is without this, it's the same as if we had just put echo here with a space in front of the rest of the command. The command can, be complex. It could be profile, whatever, and that's basically what the wrap command is doing. It's just a prefix to every single key chord command that gets executed. It does not get prefixed on write operations. So if I do this, it still just writes Firefox. It doesn't do echo space Firefox. So that's one thing to note. But this is basically, this example is a way to have sort of a valid set of key chords, but then to make them essentially dry runs. You can change the wrap command to echo, and now you've got an easy way to test your key chords. This is useful for testing WK itself, but it might also be useful for your own purposes. This isn't really, this is sort of a toy example, but the motivation is real. I was experimenting with Hyperland. I've been on DWM for, years at this point, but, all the cool kids are using Hyperland, so I decided to check it out, and it's something. One of the things that it recommends in its wiki is using UWSM, the Universal Wayland Session Manager, and let me increase the font size here so you guys can see that. And I'm not going to go too much into UWSM, but the main idea is that for like GUI programs like Firefox and such, it wants you to wrap each command or prefix each command with UWSM app -- so that you actually are sessionizing your commands. See, they've got an example here, launching applications inside session. So that's sort of the motivation for why I added this. You can use it for a lot of other things though. And if you are on Hyperland and you do use UWSM, then this wrap command option will be very useful. However, not every command needs to be wrapped. Say you've got like a shell script or something that just runs commands in the background, backs up your files or whatever. That doesn't need, such a wrapping. So for something like that, let's say foo doesn't need to be wrapped. So we can give unwrap here, and it does the echo itself. It's fine. It handles its own business. And if we do foo still gets echoed. I can also just delete that. And if we do foo, Yeah, bin sh line 1, foo command not found. So if you if you're using the wrap command, whether globally or locally, um, you can also unwrap. Not everything is automatically is wrapped forever. So there's some options here. It's got a bit on the wrapper precedence because you do have the global wrap command, but you've also got the plus wrap command, which does follow the inheritance rules. If you're familiar with those, basically, if you were to give it to, say, a prefix, whatever, doesn't matter, bar. If I were to give plus wrap, I could make it do something else. Baz. And then if I do that, P, B, Baz not found. So now we're wrapped in Baz instead of echo. I could do an interpolation here, and we've got wrap command as a keyword, and now if I do PB, now it does Baz bar. So it's wrapping with the global option and then also with Baz. This is dubious as to how valuable it is, but it's there. You can access it. You can do pretty much whatever you want. So if you find this useful, then hey, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Appreciate your time and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.